Alright, I think I'll start the video with this video. Yeah, just a little introduction to the video to come. Yeah, I was in a crappy mood, earlier. And so I made a pretty crappy video. But I'm not going to make it again, so the hell with it. So this is just the pre-video to warn you that yes, the video is crappier than it should be because I'm angry and uncomfortable. And so yeah, that's all. And so just take it for what it's worth. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Video to commence now. Alright, video on the economics channel. Been a little while. Just to verify, the modern mystic sort of revealing himself more and more. So in one of his videos, I don't know, something on the British budget, I think. Yeah, well, first he talk like, oh yeah, it's really good that they're finally going to get to some of this spending, but their projections for the future are bullshit. Well, of course, all projections are bullshit. But anyway, there was a little line in there that was just so revealing. So he said, the Austrians would say, what is the government, running the economy for? And next response to that was, that's what the government's for. So he was kind of mocking the answer. And then the third thing he said was, to that kind of notion that that's what the government's for, good. And I hope it is all wonderful for everybody. Yeah, like somehow we ask for government that does it badly. So if the government doesn't regulate it up to Nick's standards, or even our standards, that somehow it was a bad idea to try to regulate it. So the fact that we didn't regulate oil derricks sufficiently to prevent the Gulf disaster means we shouldn't have regulated them at all. We shouldn't have made sure that they did anything right, okay? Because we didn't do it 100% right. Just what a pile of shit. So it's somehow wrong in principle to have regulated oil derricks, because if we hadn't regulated them, there's no way we would have had an oil spill then. Because the whole Gulf would have been oil already and owned by a king. Jackass. Anyway, oh yeah, and then he ends with is it somehow that we're going to do better. But anyway, so yeah, just pointing out, he's basically an Austrian. He just ought to label himself what he is. He believes in unregulated capitalism, that the motherfucking greedy should run the world. They should own the world, run the world. We all should be in chains serving them, period. And we basically are now through this stupid rent that we're paying through this stupid borrowing. So he thinks somehow that it's the poor people that are begging the government to borrow money, which is a pile of crap. Okay, that's a rich man's scheme. It's the rich who have duped us into cutting their taxes so they can borrow money, so we can pay them interest for not paying their taxes, so we can make the money they saved from not paying their taxes worth more and glean them a profit on top of the fact that they didn't pay their taxes. So we're paying rent. They're just turning us into renters, the motherfuckers. That's all debt does. That's all borrowing does. Federal borrowing. It's not a poor man's scheme. It profits the rich. The scumbag fucking guy. Oops. Okay. Yep. Back again. So yeah, it's not a poor man's scheme. It's a rich man's scheme. And his Austrian plan would be a preposterously huge failure compared to this failure. And what we need is better regulation. What we need is rational economic philosophy imposed. Good engineering, let's put it that way. And we're not going to get that with this political system. A political system that's owned and operated by special interests. So until we get this majority special interest control cabal out of power and have a fair competition for, get Einstein's running the world rather than conniving, baby-kissing liars, yeah, then we're going to keep having bad control features, and government's going to look like a pile of shit. But the one thing government could do is if it didn't borrow money, it wouldn't be a failure. If it taxed for what it spent, you wouldn't have this mess. So it wouldn't be paying rent. It would be investing in its own welfare and its own future. So whatever. So anyway, like I said, it's just so ironic in terms of all his whining about me labeling him sympathetic to the capitalist, when that's what he really was. I was quite right all along, and he is demonstrating it repeatedly. So it's verified, proven. We need say no more. Oh, yeah, I just thought I'd add on since I'm here. About the British budget, there was no talk about inheritance. They readjusted a few of the capital gains rates, but they're still taxing profit from investment less than they're taxing work. Nick ignores this in his videos too. He talks about the income tax burden, and he ignores how much money is paid in user fees and withholding taxes, for Social Security. The rest of those funds in this country are paid by flatter taxation, less progressive, let's put it that way, regressive taxation. And so they're similar in Europe. The VAT is the tax that funds the social services, a good portion of them. So it's just more bullshit. The reason why the rich pay more taxes is because they're making more fucking goddamn money. The super rich, a larger and larger percentage of the economy goes through their hands. They keep converting the useless debt paper of money, cash, that comes into their hands, and then they buy all this investment paper that gives them an entitlement to an increased interest. And that interest has to come out of the currency eventually. There's no other place for it to